right, welcome everybody, and it's right here at Scoreboards Restaurant. It's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and we are right here. We got an exciting show, a packed show today, because today you will unveil the 2020 football schedule for Southern University next year. It's going to be fun.
First time in a long time it's been out this early, but I told you that we'll be working hard for our fans so they can make arrangements for years to come, and be careful, the next season after that will be out pretty soon as well. So
that's right.
We're excited about the schedule and what's about to happen here, and we're going to continue to work hard to make sure that we have quality games as it relates to making sure that budget-wise and that chaos of what we have to have for the state and everything happens, but we're going to make sure that we have some good football games as well.
No question about that. I'm excited to tell this big schedule out. I know the media is blowing my phone up trying to get the inside scoop of what's going on. We got DJ Kicks in the house for the first time.
First time in the house here, new addition to the athletic family.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
We got Coach Bone in here. The Bone Man is here in the house. This guy is so loud on the side of just yell something
Jeremy,
at me.
He's talking about you, Jeremy. Don't be looking back.
Yell something. Watch it. Watch out. Listen how loud he is.
Yeah.
Yell something. See that? That guy, I'm on the air and somebody says, who's that guy in the background? He's on the other side of the court.
Full intensity. He's full intensity. I tell you that. It won't be long. I'm excited about it. You know, basketball is knocking right behind football, so I'm excited about that as well. And I know that the basketball staffs and the student athletes are excited as well.
Yeah, he'll yell something like, get down. I'm like, is he talking to me? I mean, it's like that. It's Coach Sanders.
Get over here outside.
That's right. Run. We've got several people in the house. We're going to have, we got Raising Canes in the house. We were talking about Raising Canes.
Raising Canes. We are very appreciative of Raising Canes. They stepped up to the plate for Southern University, not only athletics, but the band and the entire university. They've been a great partner. So we are very pleased to have them in the house tonight to let them know how much we appreciate all they do for Southern University and Southern University athletics.
We have Tamara here in the house. I asked her if we were going to have the secret recipe. She winked at me, so I don't know if that's true, if we're going to have it or not.
You putting a job on.
I've been trying.
Don't do it that way. Don't do it that way. Make sure she feel comfortable in the house.
I've been trying to get that secret sauce.
Yeah, I don't know if Mr. Graves will appreciate that or not, huh?
Hey, we'll see what we can do. Hey, lots of sports going on right now, of course. Soccer took on Mississippi Valley State, Alcorn State as well. Big game against Jackson State coming up, too.
Oh, no question about it. And, soccer off and running. I think they finished up, won both of their games at home, and had a great senior day. And hopefully we get some momentum going into the, ending the season, going into the conference tournament.
That's right. And then volleyball obviously had that SWAC East roundup. They had that went on, and they did very well. They beat Valley, they beat Alcorn State, beat Alabama State, had lost one to Alabama A&M. Hope that's not an omen to what we're going to do this weekend for football.
Yeah, but no question about it. I mean, you start talking about Alabama State probably being one of the better teams in Olympic sports, better athletic departments actually in Olympic sports. They put a lot of money into that. That's probably the reason why they've been winning a lot of the cups.
Yeah.
But for to get that victory, and we've been fighting for that one a long period of time, I think the Alabama schools do very well. Sewing in the volleyball, but we right behind them. I think Coach Jacobs got them rocking and rolling, so let's see what happens here real soon.
That's right, and we're going to obviously take on the Texas two-step this weekend. Texas Southern at Houston, and then Prairie View A&M. Also, that game is in the Houston area at Prairie View, Texas.
Texas two-step.
That's right, Texas two-step. Also, too, we've got the Overtime Series Homecoming Edition going to be held on Friday, November the 1st at 6 p.m. And we've got a graphic on this thing as, of course, we get ready for that. That's going to be over, of course, Homecoming Week on the Bluff, and that will be at the Fieldhouse, right?
Yeah, that's a big one. So that's our way from the athletic director and the athletic department to say thank you. It's a free event. We do ask for donations when you come in. I mean, you come in and you get a chance to partake in all the spirits and food for free while it lasts, mixing with old student athletes. We bring back a lot of the alums. I know a lot of the Greeks come and show up, and it's a big party, and it lasts a long period of time, and so we're excited about that. But I always wanted to let fans know and the past student athletes for supporting Southern University, and then those athletes that laid it on the line, and then those spirit teams that cheered and danced. that we remember them and that we appreciate to them. And so we look forward for everybody coming back into the house right there in the field house of Mumford Stadium on the 3rd floor and come and have a good time. It's a signature event each year.
All right, and then of course on Saturday, get ready because it's homecoming 2019. You got to get there early. If you get on campus by 11 o'clock and expect to get through, you might make it by kickoff time. That's how much traffic around there. They got the parade going on early in the morning. They got all the event going on. I see Taylor is in the house, obviously. Big
development in the house.
Cheerleader. She's on the senior staff. She does everything.
She's gonna be very, very busy. Well, she's very, very busy this week. We've been having a lot going on already. So
that's right. And one of her big babies is the block party.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be going on right now. Here's the graphic for that as well. That is going to be held at about 1:30 right there at A.W. Mumford Stadium, right there.
So we have Michael Foster Project that's going to be performing, and those guys part of the band, and we like to bring back people that's been alumnus on this weekend and perform, and we're going to have kicks over there as well going down, and so we are very excited about that block party, and we plan on having some they need to stay close to social media. We plan on having some celebrities coming in the house, so Taylor will be posting that here in the next couple of days. So we got a lot of exciting things going on, and then Jaguar Den, watch the game from the field level experience. Perfect 10 Productions and brought that out. Carol South and all those people. We got about 300 people going to be down there in the end zone, so it's going to be a big party, and we're excited about what's going on. We have the Pet and Zoo and Kids Day stuff going on by the tennis court. So everybody come on out. We big on making sure we have a production, so I'm excited about that.
No question about that. And then people don't understand that it takes sometimes 3 plays to make a 14-point deficit in a football game. That Alcorn State game. Get this, in the second quarter, Alcorn State had 5 plays in that game. In the second quarter, 0 yards. That's all they had. They had the ball for 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Southern had a 9-play, 59-yard drive. So we take the 6-3 lead at halftime. We're looking good. So we end up losing that game against Alcorn. We could play them again for the championship. Now, if you think that's big, this game is just about as big, Alabama A&M, because if we beat A&M and then A&M goes to Alcorn State and beats the Alcorn State Braves, then we would host a championship. If we went out, obviously Alabama A&M would have to come back to us. So it's a big game this week. And get this, Southern University is 13-1 in the last 14 games at home. All right, when we come back, we've got more right here. Overtime Series. 13-1. It's pretty impressive. Buy your ticket now.
We need this one in the worst way.
That's right. Buy your ticket now. Come on and see us right here. All right, when we come back, we've got more of the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks right here at Scoreboards Restaurant. It's a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers.
It's a big homecoming party in here
That's
tonight.
right. And we're going to have fun.
Going to be here for a while, y'all.
I'm bringing the alcohol.
We got DJ Tix. We about to turn it up a little bit. Free jambalaya for everybody. Come on out.
We'll be back right after this timeout right here on Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Ram pickups. We'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Ram Power Days.
All 19 Ram Bighorn pickup trucks, $11,000 off.
That's right, all 19 Bighorns in stock, $11,000 off.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K through 12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Right here, it's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here in Scoreboard's Restaurant. We're having a big homecoming party out here this week. Of course, it's homecoming. It's a lot of fun, no question about that. Football is here. We're going to talk about the 2020 football schedule coming up at the end of this show. It'll be right here, revealed for the first time. So we'll have that for you. And before you know it, baseball season will be here. We've got the man right here, Amir Anderson. How you doing, my man?
Good. How about yourself?
Awesome deal, man. Of course, obviously, the president of the Booster Club for Southern University Baseball.
That's correct.
Why did you get involved doing that?
Well, I'm actually an alumnus of the baseball team, 2003 graduate baseball player, and naturally, Coach Kadar, his teachings on giving back, being a part of the program, knowing what the shortfalls are,
right,
and trying in any way we can to give back. So,
and that's big because people don't understand that to stay competitive and to do what we did last year by going to Stark Vegas and playing in Mississippi State for the playoffs in the NCAA. And look, hey, we had them on the ropes in that first game.
That we did.
And that's their first taste of that environment. That many fans are there. We need to get the program going, and there's always needs for a sports team.
Exactly, and the biggest thing, that's why we have the Booster Club. We had one legend that leave us, Roger Kadar, and we got a new legend in the making, Kerrick Jackson, joining us. So it's our job to make sure he's equipped with everything necessary, both on and off the field, for the baseball team to be both successful on and off the field. So that's our number one priority, and we strive to make sure that happens.
No question. The first time I interviewed him, he's so smart. You just know he's going to win. It's like it reminded me when I interviewed Rick Pitino, Nick Saban. This guy is so smart, and when he talks, it's just like he makes perfect sense on everything he says.
Right. He has a vision. And the number one thing about being successful, you need to have a game plan. So he has his plan. He's instituting his plans, and we always tell him, plan to work, work to plan. So that's where we are right now. And again, with the support of the community, we got the Booster Club and the school itself. Like I say, the sky's the limit for the program.
Tell us, what does the president do to organize events and stuff of that nature?
We organize events. We make sure that the players are equipped with everything they need. We provide meals, any kind of, books, any kind of assistance that's necessary that, he's not or doesn't have to focus on, that we can, actually come in, substitute, and, benefit wherever we can.
And such a long schedule, too. I mean, what, 56 games, 50-some games?
57 games.
Yeah. So. And takes over. And like I said, it was so exciting, I think, that people, being at that SWAC championship game in New Orleans, I thought it was great. The atmosphere was great. Obviously, Alabama State fans weren't too loud, but the Southern fans were loud and proud, man. It was awesome.
I said 70 miles up the road, and it's actually a flashback. In the late 90s, they used to host a tournament in New Orleans. So it was good to bring it back, bring it closer to home. That way we got good old-fashioned home cooking, is like we call it.
That's
Make sure we got the support necessary and needed.
But I was also impressed with the contingency of fans that came from Alabama State, too.
Right. Central location, of course, is New Orleans, so New Orleans has a lot of attractions that lures a lot of folks. So works out good.
So when you look at that, I mean, obviously, you get to old athletes get to looking at those deals, and I'm way older than you are. If you're in 2003, me and Jesus played together. So, but when you look at that, I mean, does it get your juices flowing again, or is it a point now I can't do that anymore? It's not even no use I even think about that.
Anytime you hear the mitt pop, you hear the ball jump off the bat, of course, it always rings back memories.
Yes.
And the best part about it is getting, the younger guys to share in the tradition and the memories that we were able to experience back then. And of course, winning always helps.
Right. And to me, there's something different with going to baseball games, football games, basketball games, when you would play, and I'd play in tournaments and stuff like that, and you smell that leather.
That's it.
Of the glove already. You can just smell it around the ballpark and get in there, and it's just, that's nothing like it. It's so fun.
That's it. Like they say, you got to have a dream. Everybody grew up one day, you know, around the diamond, around the fields, knowing one day that it could possibly, you know, lead to this. You know, playing baseball at, you know, close to the major league, but the highest levels collegiately. And, you know, that's a goal for a lot of kids, and these guys are getting a chance to live their dreams.
Right. What are you hearing about the plans? I know that the batting cages are underneath the overpass, and you hear a lot of, you know, people talk, you know, hitting on that before the game starts.
Right.
The bullpens areas on the side as well. I know that Coach Banks wants to make improvements right there into Lee Hines Field.
And that's correct. Like right now we're trying to focus on, we got the field house. That was a major step in the right direction.
That's beautiful.
So now it's time to improve upon the hitting facilities. We're trying to get something close to the field house, you know, similar to what we have that we can both share with softball so we can supplant what they have as well. But like I say, just a nice indoor facility or covered facility that these guys can put in the work that's necessary to sustain what they've been doing.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to continue to practice. We're watching the World Series is on right now on television. The Astros hosting the Nationals in Game 7. And the thing about it is they were on the field at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
That's it.
5 hours before the game starts and warming up.
That's the beauty of baseball. It's an all-day affair.
That's exactly right. How proud were you for Southern University to finally get back, not only winning the SWAC, but getting into the NCAA tournament last year?
And that's the thing about knowing the potential of the program, knowing where it's been, the highest of the highs. You know, these last couple of years we've been down a little bit, but just bringing that luster back to the program, bringing that success back to the program. You know, this is what Southern baseball is. You know, it's a winning tradition, and Coach Jackson is continuing in that tradition.
How can people get involved in helping you out with the Baseball Booster Program? Is there a website, phone number we need to call?
We'll provide the information. The Booster Club has its own website, email address, but the biggest thing is once the schedule comes out, fan support. You know, getting people to show up to the stadium, show up to the games, it starts from that. Once we get them there, you know, we get out, we engage them, and we improve upon it from there.
And, you know, and there's nothing like a baseball game, too. I told you about, you know, coming in and you're playing. But there's nothing like a fan coming in there. I love going to, whether it's a pro baseball game, but going to the Southern and sitting there in that grandstand right there, it's not a bad seat in the house, number one. And then obviously sitting there, a nice breeze coming in. Now I'm on the air, and I smell the Chicken Shack chicken cooking. I smell the jambalaya being cooked. I can't leave airtime. I got to stay right there. So there's plenty. If you leave Lee Hines Field hungry, that's your fault.
That's it. We have the best experiences both on the field and behind the field. So like you say, when you come, you get good entertainment with the game, and then the concessions are great as well.
The concessions go to the Booster Club?
Everything goes to the Booster Club to support the program.
Oh, that's good. So when you're buying peanuts, you're buying M&Ms or something like that.
That's equivalent to buying a baseball or a jacket or a T-shirt or batting top or whatever needs to be done for the baseball program.
Now, I know for you as well, you being an ex-athlete and playing at Southern University, you have to be appreciative to look at the players and see their appreciation from you by getting this stuff.
And that's the biggest part of it, knowing that they realize what it takes to be successful and knowing what the Booster Club, the fans, and the alumnus can provide in order to help them be successful.
That's exactly right. So, and we always say it's important to go to those home games.
Yes.
Home games at Lee Hines Field. Always have some great competitive games against Grambling. They have the throwback jerseys on for that, and that's also always a lot of fun. And in stuff like that, and the SWAC is always competitive.
That's it. And it's like I say, everything's aired in tradition. The Grambling Series, baseball itself. Again, our goal is to pack the house. Just like we pack the baseball games, football, all the other sports. We want as many people as we can to just come out and support it. And again, we know we've got a good product on the field, so that should help, aid in that success.
And one thing I think with him being a scout, Coach Jackson for so long, he's going to be able to recruit like crazy.
Yes, he is.
He's going to be able, that's only the 2 years he's been there. It's his third year coming up. So you're going to be able to see him get the players that he wants to get, like Coach Sean Woods told me about his basketball program. This year he had 14 new players, 4 returning starters. So that's something that now when a coach gets his players in to get their frame of mind, that's always the best.
Right. It's always key for him to get to bring the people in that fit his system. He has a vision for what he wants to do, and now he's able to bring the players in that fit that system and fit his overall vision.
No question about that. No doubt about that. And I know he's appreciative of you as well to help out like that, because you just didn't have to do that. That's something you just wanted to step up. I'm sure you have a normal 9 to 5 job, and you do this as far as not only fun for you to get back into the program, but also for your heart, which is Southern University.
And that's the biggest thing. And all these folks out here tell you, once you step foot on the campus of Southern University, you're hooked for life.
Yeah.
And whatever we can do to give back, myself, all the other members of the Boost Ball Club, and all the other members of Jaguar Nation, that's their primary goal.
I just want to know the practice, when they start in the batting cages for the practice, because it's always an obstacle to get over that hump when the foul ball's going over that hump, man. I'm like, I'm having fun. I'm having as much fun calling the game on the radio than watching the ball go to the hump and say, oh, that's going to get it. That's going to get that car. No, it just missed the car.
All we say is keep your head on a swivel.
I tell you, it's a lot of fun. Before you know it, you'll be hearing that ding of that aluminum baseball bat, too.
That's it, and we're ready for it.
And that's what's awesome about baseball and basketball. We're on that D1 level to where we can go to the College World Series of something, and you never know when that happens.
That's it. All we need is an opportunity to compete. We compete on the highest levels with the best competitions, and the key is we're able to hold our own.
Kerrick Jackson wants to be the first. He wants to be the first team to go to Omaha, Nebraska.
And it's possible.
Oh, with him?
Definitely possible.
No question about that. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Amir Anderson. Again, do you have that website where people can get in contact with?
Get in contact us is Southern University Baseball Boosterclub.com.
Okay. Thank you a lot. Appreciate it. Before you know it, baseball season will be getting going underway right here. Coming up, we're going to be talking tennis. Coach Conyers is in the house. We're talking to him coming up right here next as we continue with the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here to Scoreboards Restaurant at Coursey Boulevard. It's right in the middle of Airline Highway and Sherwood Forest Boulevard. You can't miss it all. If you're coming from Airline Highway, you want to take a left, make you turn into Scoreboards. You'll see the big scoreboard sign. Come on in, got some delicious food. I can smell the boiled seafood going on as soon as I got here. Also, of course, the bread pudding is to die for, and that is Overtime Series bread pudding, by the way. And then obviously too, they have great wings here. The wings are huge here, like from Jurassic Park or something. They're big. They're unbelievable size. And the shrimp, hottest shrimp you'll ever see in your life, and then the coldest beverages you'll ever have too. I've already had one of those.
Oh yes,
yes,
cold stuff.
It's good. It's awesome. Got Coach Jeff Conyer right here in the house. How you doing, my man?
Always good to see you.
Always great to see you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Now, obviously, homecoming is this week. How special is homecoming for you,
man?
Being here at Southern.
I tell you what, this is a special year for me. You know, this is my 20. You know, I was reflecting earlier. This is my 25th year here in Louisiana. 25 years ago, a little country boy from Georgia came to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, to Southern University as a freshman. And 20 years ago, I graduated from this great university, Southern University.
Wow.
So this is a special homecoming for me.
Sure.
20 years
graduation
anniversary, and a lot of my friends are coming this year for homecoming. So I'm looking forward to them coming in. Tomorrow's Thursday. So a lot of them are starting to come in tomorrow, so I see a lot of them here. And throughout the weekend, I see a lot of my classmates.
It is, I'm telling you, I've been to a lot of homecomings. I've been to LSU's homecoming. I've been to a lot of places homecoming. There's nothing like Southern University's homecoming. All the streets are just shut off. It's like mini French Quarter.
That's exactly. And you got to get to campus early on
I'm telling
homecoming
you,
Saturday.
Forget it.
Because the streets are going to be blocked. There's no way to get on campus. You got to think strategically.
Right.
To get on campus. Go through the back and be patient.
That's it. You're going to be stuck in traffic 2 hours if you're not there before 11 o'clock.
That's right.
Just get ready for it.
That's right.
And then a parade runs a little bit, but it's worth it. It is well worth it. It's one of the funnest events I've ever been around. And I'll tell you, like I said, we're expecting a big crowd. Alabama A&M comes into town.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be a lot of fun, no question about that. Obviously, tennis will get cranked up here before you know it.
Exactly, man. This semester is going by so fast. I just blinked my eye. It was back in August. Now we're right next to November. So the next semester is going to be coming really soon. January will be here. We'll start up. We got a really exciting schedule. As always, we have pretty much the same competitors that we have each year, but definitely we're looking forward to trying to compete for a championship.
When does the practicing start?
Practice started in August. We'll go. Actually, we have about 1 or 2 more weeks. And then we'll be finished for the semester, trying to finish up and get those grades up. That's number one thing with SU tennis. We're trying to get those grades up, try to lead the department in academics.
So the practice is that long? I mean, your first big game in January coming up?
That's it.
And you'll practice all the way from August?
That's it. We go from August all the way until August until November. That's our recruiting calendar. We have a 2-part calendar, not like some of the other sports. Our main competition schedule is in the spring, but we have a fall segment as well. But the fall segment, I mean, we usually practice in that time. We may have 1 or 2 tournaments, but the main part of the season is in the spring.
What about players this year? What do you feel? Talk about some of your players this year.
We got some new players coming in this year. I think we have one young lady, a little freshman out of Washington State. I think she's going to do an exceptional job. I think she's going to help us get back on top. Last year we finished 3-4 in the conference. We're looking to finish 1-2, hopefully 1.
Yeah.
We need some rings around here.
No doubt.
Coach Jackson and Coach Funches, they reminded me how happy and how glorious it is to win a championship.
And of course,
I had to be reminded and tell my young ladies, hey, this is how it feels to win this championship.
That's right.
It's time to win again.
And then Coach Banks obviously wants that big trophy, that overall trophy.
Oh yeah.
The cup.
We're trying to get that Commissioner's Cup, Sadie McGee Championship, the Frank, I can't think of the name of the men's trophy, but definitely, we always have a chance to win the women's trophy. I think Coach Banks is doing a wonderful job. He's trying to put the department back on track to winning that overall Commissioner's Cup. Right now, we have a couple of sports that we're missing that kind of sets the other universities ahead of us, but definitely, we should always have a chance to win that Sadie McGee trophy because we have as many women's sports on the campus. So I think we're right there right there in the mix of things on the women's side. But I think in the next coming years we'll be back on top to win the Commissioner's Cup.
Now, when you're recruiting, and this is something I don't know, so I'm in the dark on this. I know in football, you're recruiting obviously a cornerback, a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, what have you. In basketball, you want a 2-guard, you want a center, you want a good forward, or what have you. Baseball, left-handed pitcher, right-handed pitcher, or infielder, outfielder. What do you recruit in as far as tennis goes?
Definitely.
Is just a good player, or?
Oh, most definitely. I look at my lineup, and always you want to recruit for a number one. But it's that number one. In my case, I look for a true number 5, number 6. Someone that can come in and dominate that spot. Someone I can put out there on the court and just leave. I can just, the way our courses are aligned, we got 2 courts at the end by the football practice field, and then the next 3-set and then a 2-set. Someone I can leave on that 5 and 6 court and just walk away. And when they come back, they bring me the balls and telling coach I won the match. So definitely someone that can hold down the 5, 6 spots. Definitely it's always good to have a 1 or 2. But somebody that can sure enough win that 5 and 6, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to go out there and just coach. Someone that could just come out and bring that win back on those 2 spots, and I can just bask in the sun and
That's
get that
it.
W.
Relax like a coach can. Basketball, basketball coaches are smiling.
That's my basketball coaches back there. We're looking big things out of them.
I've watched a lot of tennis and never hardly seen a left-handed tennis player. Are they out there?
They're out there. Do
they have an advantage over right?
Yeah, the lefties. Those are some good players. You know, those are some good players. Always you look for some lefties. You know, I don't know. The lefties, they're kind of rare for me.
Yeah, I
don't think I've had a lefty. They always looking for a lefty, but definitely if I get somebody right-handed like myself, you know, we're gonna go with them, Chris.
As long as they're good, you don't care either way.
Most definitely.
And you go a lot of places. I mean, you go all over the country, and you've gone even out of the country and gotten some places.
Most of my players right now are out of country. Always looking for some of the top U.S. girls to lead us to that championship, and we're going to go with what can help us always.
No doubt about that. So, big homecoming activities, big obviously tennis events coming up.
Most definitely. Looking for my alumni to come in. Yeah. Starting up today and going out the weekend. Safe travels to everyone to Baton Rouge, and we're looking forward to having you.
And if I'm not mistaken, I saw an event coming up on the 25th. Is that right, at Tulane?
25th. That'll start the season off. We always starting off with Tulane to LSU. So definitely looking forward to them. Always a good match to start off. See what we can got, and let the ladies know how to perform throughout the season.
How's the SEC? SEC, listen to me. I'm looking at right now Georgia playing Arkansas in volleyball.
Yeah.
Always a volleyball game up there.
Oh yeah.
How's the SWAC going to look like this year?
Always SWAC is very competitive throughout 1 through 5. So definitely we're in the mix. We can't underestimate anyone. We're going to take everybody serious. So we can get back on top, win this championship. That's the main goal right now. Each season, main goal is to win that championship, lead the department of academics, and graduate on time.
Yeah, and the student activity center's got to be helping your students out big time, be able to study in that deal.
Most definitely. Dr. Scott and the AD Roman Banks, they doing a wonderful job with academics, getting us back on track with the NC2A. That's the most important thing right now, and they're doing a wonderful job. God knows, getting the department on a good page, on a common page to lead us back, get us square one to everything. You know, they're doing a wonderful job with academics, and I know NC2A is looking in every now and then, but they're keeping us straight and narrow right now.
No doubt about that. Coach Conyers, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my brother. Always a pleasure.
Always great. Tennis coach, Coach Conyers, right here on the program. Coming up, we'll continue. The football schedule, the 2020 football schedule, will be announced tonight. Several of the media is ringing my phone, wanting it so they can put it on their programs tonight. Everybody is talking about it. We're going to be talking about it very soon. Big tennis, we'll find out what's going on with that. And then, of course, support Coach Conyers in tennis.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do all that and a whole lot more. All right, we'll be back in just a moment with more of the Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics after this time out here on Pelican Sports TV.
Thank you, Zach.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody. We got the one and only Taylor Stewart right here. Now, what hats do you wear? Obviously, head of cheerleading, coach of cheerleading.
Director of Development and Marketing, social media liaison.
I mean, everything.
Any hat that comes my way.
All the senior staff meetings and stuff like that. Let's talk about cheerleading and competitions. Not only showing a good product out on football games, basketball games, and what have you, but a lot of people may not understand your team is always in competition as well.
We are always in competition. We actually start official NCAA practice next week.
Wow.
So we are going to get started right before winter break kicks in and kick back in January and go to nationals in April.
Now, where's that going to be?
That's going to be in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Oh, wow. That's a trip I need to make, Denise and Coach Banks and all that stuff. Daytona Beach, that's pretty awesome.
Daytona Beach, so we're excited. I'm excited to get my 24 together and start working with them and get them to bond as their own team and take them on to nationals and hopefully bring home some hardware.
Now, what do you do with that? Is there something that you do differently for the games than you do for that?
For competition, we more of actually focus on a routine base. So we actually come up with a 2-minute and 15-second routine that we're going to practice day and night, outside, inside, over and over again, literally until we leave for Daytona, and hope to bring back that hardware back to the field house.
Well, wouldn't that be unbelievable?
It will be unbelievable for an HBCU team.
Now, why are they always the things are in Florida? It seems like they're always in Orlando or Daytona and all that stuff.
That just seems to be a hotbed for cheerleading. The East Coast is really where the cheerleading teams kind of excel. So your Floridas, your DC, Maryland area. So we just try to, we're trying to get in where we fit in and make sure we make a name for ourselves at Southern University.
And now there's so much more detail to cheerleading because I live in the Ponchatoula area in Hammond, and I'm going to be moving to Baton Rouge here soon. But even in Hammond, Louisiana, there is a big cheer center right there off the main drag, one of the main drags, Southwest Railroad Avenue, and there's cheer camps right there all the time.
Cheerleading has grown. It's more than just your average let's stomp and shake and right here for our football and basketball team. It's about the athleticism. My girls and guys can tumble, they can stunt, they put 2 and 3 people over their heads and toss them very, very high in the air. So it's about the athleticism now and not just about cheering on our boys or girls at basketball or football and things of that nature.
Now for the men, obviously for high school, it's a female-oriented deal for that. But now when it gets to where the men come in and start on the collegiate level, does it take them a long time to start practicing? Where do they get their training at?
Honestly, a lot of my men's training comes from just natural ability. There are certain things that men just naturally are more capable of doing that we use to our advantage and when it comes to practice. So there's extra strength that they have that some of my girls just aren't going to get. So that natural ability they may have had when they played another sport comes into play when it's time to build stunts and when it's time to tumble. And they have a little less sense of fear sometimes than our females do.
Now, do they have to work out with a trainer at Southern University, or do they work out on their own?
Yes, we work out twice a week with our athletic trainers here actually on campus.
So they have to do
the entire team.
I mean, they've got to be strong because I've seen them doing one hand up there, and that's tough.
Yes. Girls and guys, they work out twice a week with our trainers as well as the conditioning when we're at practice 3 times a week.
Now, who do you determine? Is it the lightest one that's going to be able to fly way up in the air when y'all throw them like that?
Sometimes
because they go up there.
Sometimes it's the lightest. Sometimes it's the most courageous.
Wow.
So I have flyers who will say, "I'll try it," and we toss them up and we go for it.
Wow, and a lot of people don't understand that too. Could be some injuries, knee injuries and stuff like that. I've seen some tapes for that.
Yeah, knee injuries, back injuries. I've had the full gamut this season, but we're making it through.
All right, let's talk about the development part of it now. The big block party coming up this weekend right before homecoming. This is going to be special even more than all of them. This is a chance to celebrate homecoming, and that block party is going to be huge.
The block party is going to be really, really awesome. We're going to have the Michael Foster Project here. We're going to have the bookstore Booksmobile out there so you can buy your t-shirts if you don't have your game day shirt.
Oh, wow.
The cheerleaders are going to perform. Michael Foster Project is going to perform twice. We have our own DJ Kicks is going to be out there as well, a great host. So it's a great opportunity for you to bring your kids, to bring yourself, to come out and get ready to go into the game because it is homecoming.
That's right.
And then you're only going to be a few feet away from our kids zone area. It's a free area. Now, of course, we want to encourage all of our great Jaguar fans to join the Kids Club because the Kids Club is $25. It's going to give your kids an opportunity to be a part of our future Jaguar program. That's really exciting because what your kid is going to get, that could be future giveaways, that could be a t-shirt, that could be an ID. All of those are going to be a part of our VIP package for our kids.
Wow.
But the Kids Zone this week, we have a choo-choo train, we have a petting zoo, we have bouncy house, we have a ninja course. Literally, you're going to wear your kid out before they even get to the game, which means they're going to be great to go to the babysitter so that you can enjoy the game and you can have a great night.
That's right. And that's on the tennis courts, right?
That's on the tennis court. That's on and there's going to be a lot of signage around campus, so make sure that you pay attention when you enter campus. One of our 3 ways, whether that's Harding, whether that's Mills Avenue, whether that's Swan, make sure that you pay attention to those signs. It's free. Bring your kids' friends. You want a carpool, we take them all, bring them out. We want them to enjoy these festivities while we have them here.
No doubt about that. What time does the block party start again?
The block party is going to start at 1:30 p.m. Our Kids Zone is going to open at 1. And before we even get to that, we want to also welcome you to Coach Banks' overtime party, which is Friday night. That's really, really exciting. Of course, it's a free event, but at the end of the day, all donations are accepted.
Right.
What people don't realize sometimes is as coaches, any dollar amount helps, whether it's $10 or $10,000. We as coaches take all that we can because at the end of the day, we want our student athletes to progress on and off the field, on and off the courts, and so that they professionally develop into that amazing student athlete once they graduate.
No question about that. It's amazing how you do things, and right at the last second you were put on, something happened so we couldn't get this guest on. You come on right there, just automatic, and just you step right up to the plate.
That's what I'm here for. As a kid, I love the TV and I love the camera, so I know how to turn it on and turn it off. So I'm happy to be here. And like I said, I'll be here Friday night for the Coach Banks overtime party. I will accept donations. We're going to take cards, cash, checks, money orders. No dollar amount is too little to help Southern University athletics because at the end of the day, we're developing your student athletes for life after Southern University.
And where are you from?
Maryland.
Maryland? Actually, Maryland?
Maryland.
Because you've been in Louisiana for so long, because if we tied your hands, could you still talk? Because you're using this the whole time, like Cajuns do. That's us Cajuns do that. We talk like that all the time, moving like that.
My dad is from Mississippi. My mom's from Virginia. So honestly, they taught me how to talk, and I'm naturally going to do this because I put my passion into this, Working in marketing development, at the end of the day, I'm very passionate about making sure that our student athletes get what they need, whatever it is. If that's extra books, if that's they need food on the road, whatever. It's about, at the end of the day, making that student athlete have a diverse and a great experience, because once we develop them and they go out into the world and they have a great career, they're going to come back and they're going to give and they're going to prepare the next student athlete. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Creating the student athlete experience that the student athlete goes on and tells the next person about.
You do a fabulous job. We're so lucky to have you at Southern University. You do a fabulous job, and she's always on me. Send the stuff communications. You got to send it over, so I'm emailing her communications and stuff like that. She does a great job. Her name is Taylor Stewart. You'll see her watching the cheerleaders. You can't bother her when the cheerleaders are going during a game because she's watching them with a fine-tooth comb, and she does a fabulous job, and they're going to be competing for a championship to bring it right here to Southern University, and good luck with that.
Thank you.
We hope to have you back on with that. Taylor Stewart right here from Southern University Development, cheerleading coach, you name it, she does it, communications, all that kind of good stuff. She wears a lot of hats here for Southern University. Well, when we come back, speaking of hats, how the helmet's going to fit for 2020 when we reveal the 2020 football schedule for the first time right here on this show. We'll do that coming up next, and I can tell you right now, it is an awesome schedule, and it's a big, big start for the first two games. All the details of that coming up here next as we continue with the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Pelican Sports TV. Nailed it.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K-12 public education. Even even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
Wranglers, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's moving sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
$3,500 off all Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport S models.
$3,500 off.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm just deciding what I'm going to eat.
We're looking at this. They caught us off guard, Chris.
Because I only eat one time a day, and that would be the perfect time for me to eat these delicious hamburger sliders.
Yeah, I told you one time a day is not too bad for you. I might try a fry right now. Huh?
There you go. And you got the nice salad, but you don't care about that. You care what's in the front.
Oh, yeah.
You care protecting the front zone.
You know, I do this first and then do that last.
All right, everybody, Coach wants to know what's happening with the 2020 football schedule. Everybody wants to know who we're going to be playing. I know you, definitely you and Travion Scott, the whole team worked very hard to get the schedule.
Yeah, so, you know, we had to move some things around, and I've been promising trying to get to 5 games, and it's very hard to do without structure. And then the SWAC went from 7 to 8, you know, back to 7, and, you know, so it's been a lot of chaos because you know that schedule is usually based on 5 years ahead of time, so you can strategize on what you have to do. So I think that we in a short period of time produce a pretty good schedule.
All right, I think we are about ready to go for it. You ready? You want to go lead into it?
I'm gonna let you handle it.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the 2020 football schedule from Southern University. Here we go. The excitement begins on September the 5th, 2020, when Southern University returns to Detroit for the Detroit Classic against the Tigers of Tennessee State University. Then, it's the biggest Pete Richardson Classic of them all on September the 12th, when the Rattlers of Florida A&M make their way to Baton Rouge in A.W. Mumford Stadium and the Pete Richardson Classic. On September 19th, we'll travel to Huntsville, Alabama to take on Alabama A&M. On September 26th, the Tigers of Jackson State come to A.W. Mumford Stadium. On October the 3rd's a bye week as we get ready for the Alabama State game as we return to Montgomery, Alabama on October the 10th. October 17th, we're going back to Dallas for the State Fair Showdown at the Cotton Bowl to take on the Texas Southern Tigers. Southern University will be the home team. Then October 24th, the Alcorn State Braves come to A.W. Mumford Stadium. And then homecoming on October 31st as we take on Morehouse State. November the 7th, we'll begin with Houston trip to Prairie View A&M and to take on the Panthers. November the 14th, Arkansas Pine Bluff makes their way to A.W. Mumford Stadium in Baton Rouge. Then a bye week on November the 21st. And the Bayou Classic on November 28th versus Grambling State in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. That's the 2020 Southern University football schedule. Go Jags! All right, that is awesome right there. Cannot wait for that schedule, Coach. Southern University returns for the Detroit Classic, and that's against Tennessee State and the Tigers. Last time we played them was 2011. That game was at LP Field in Nashville.
Yeah, so, you know, we've been working hard. They contacted us, and we was working hard on finding a classic to play a historical black college in that old rivalry that I've been talking about. And so we're excited that we landed this deal. In Detroit area, and all the alums been contacting us about whenever y'all coming up here, and so I know they starting a chapter up that way, so we are very excited about being able to go in that area and play against Tennessee State.
And the Pete Richard Classic, talk about rivals, the biggest rivalry of them all outside of the SWAC, FAMU.
And so I said that I had a surprise, and I think I said it at the extravaganza, that wait till next year, and then that Pete Richardson Classic would really mean something because that was his rivalry game, and now we bringing that back for the Pete Richardson Classic. That's going to be exciting.
September the 12th, 2020. All right, now before we get into the next question, it's time to find out what's happening in the next 7 at Southern University Athletics. Here we go on this. It's homecoming week, Jaguar Nation. We'll kick off Friday night at the Overtime Series Party Homecoming Edition, November the 1st, starting at 6 p.m. Starting Saturday, November the 2nd, the game day block party will be held right outside A.W. Mumford Stadium in the northeast corner. Then it's game time, folks. Your Jaguar football team will take on the Alabama A&M Bulldogs at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m. Soccer will be on the road this week, heading to Jackson, Mississippi to take on Jackson State November the 1st at 3 p.m. Volleyball will travel to Houston, Texas to take on Texas Southern Thursday, November the 3rd at 6 p.m. Then on Monday, November the 4th at 6 p.m., they'll face Prairie View A&M in Prairie View, Texas. Men's basketball will host Loyola New Orleans Wednesday, November the 6th at 6:30 p.m. at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Bowling will head to Houston, Texas, November the 1st through the 3rd for the Track K Clash Tournament. And that's your next 7 right here from Southern University Athletics. For more details, go to gojagsports.com. That's gojagsports.com. All right, now time to ask the athletic director a question. Here we go.
Yes, Chris, we have Kirk to ask the question.
So, Coach, what game are you looking most forward to in the 2020 schedule?
Man, right now, you asked that question. I'm trying to get past this year right now, but I'm very excited about the schedule. I mean, we're going to play Tennessee State. Then we have FAM coming home. I'm excited about that. Anytime you got, Jackson coming to your place. So it's a loaded schedule. So I think that that I'm happy about the entire schedule. And they give us a chance, I think, to have a revenue year as well. So I'm excited about it. So I don't have one particular. I'm excited about the whole shebang.
No question about that. And folks, it starts this weekend, homecoming. Don't just go out there and celebrate outside of A.W. Mumford Stadium. And it's great to celebrate with that tailgate and what have you.
Let's pack the house.
But you got to come on in. Got to come on in.
Let's pack the house. And we'll be passing out this schedule at the football game and all those things and have it on social media.
That's right. Fun time this weekend. Game time set for 4 o'clock. It'll be right there at A.W. Mumford Stadium against Alabama A&M. Well, we had a lot of fun. Homecoming. Happy homecoming to everybody.
Homecoming. We got a lot of festivities in here. We're getting down right now. So anybody want to come out for the next hour, come join us.
We'll catch you back next week.
Go Jags.